Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Threat. As always, we're here to bring you the latest updates on cybersecurity news, threats, and best practices. Today, we've got a lineup of stories that highlight the evolving landscape of cyber attacks and vulnerabilities. Our first story takes us to Spain, where authorities are sounding the alarm about a concerning rise in LockBit locker ransomware phishing attacks. Reports have shown that cybercriminals are exploiting the fear and uncertainty surrounding ransomware attacks, employing sophisticated tactics to infiltrate organizations. LockBit locker ransomware, notorious for its data encryption capabilities, has been the weapon of choice for these attackers. The attackers often use deceptive emails, pretending to be from legitimate sources, to lure unsuspecting employees into opening malicious attachments or clicking on malicious links. These emails are designed to be highly convincing, leveraging social engineering techniques and personalization to increase the chances of success. Once a user interacts with the malicious content, the ransomware is deployed, swiftly encrypting files and demanding a hefty ransom for their release. The attackers have been focusing on exploiting vulnerabilities in remote desktop services, unpatched software, and weak password policies. This emphasizes the importance of maintaining up-to-date software, implementing strong password practices, and regularly training employees on recognizing phishing attempts. The risks posed by these attacks are substantial. Businesses not only face the potential loss of critical data and the hefty ransom demands, but also reputational damage and legal consequences. It's crucial for organizations to adopt a multi-layered security approach, including robust backup solutions, network segmentation, and advanced threat detection mechanisms. To protect your organization, ensure that all software and systems are updated regularly, employ strong password policies, and educate your employees about phishing attempts. Regular data backups stored in an isolated environment can significantly mitigate the impact of ransomware attacks. Remember, proactive measures are key to staying ahead of these evolving threats. In our next story, cybersecurity experts have shed light on a concerning technique used by cybercriminals to carry out data breaches, exploiting OAuth vulnerabilities. OAuth, which is widely used for user authentication and authorization, has become a target for attackers looking to gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. Attackers have been setting up malicious applications that request OAuth tokens from unsuspecting users. These tokens, which grant access to specific user data, are then used by the cybercriminals to gain entry to various accounts and platforms. This technique enables attackers to bypass traditional authentication methods. Cybercriminals are often using social engineering tactics to trick users into granting permissions to malicious applications. These applications can appear legitimate, leading users to unknowingly provide access to their accounts. The risks associated with OAuth vulnerabilities are far-reaching. Businesses using OAuth for their applications and services could face unauthorized access, data leaks, and compromised user information. The attackers could potentially gain access to sensitive customer data or valuable intellectual property. Businesses must implement strict security measures to prevent OAuth-related attacks. Regularly review and audit the applications connected to your OAuth systems. Educate your users about the permissions they're granting and encourage them to report any suspicious activity. Additionally, consider implementing multi-factor authentication, MFA, to add an extra layer of security. Our final story brings us to a significant vulnerability in the widely used communication platform, Skype. Researchers have discovered a flaw that exposes users' IP addresses, potentially putting their privacy at risk. The vulnerability allows attackers to obtain the IP addresses of Skype users through a specific type of link. By leveraging this flaw, cybercriminals could potentially track users' locations, monitor their online activities, and launch targeted attacks. Attackers could craft malicious links that, when clicked, reveal the user's IP address. This could be used in conjunction with other information to build a profile of the user's online behavior, making them susceptible to various cyber threats. This vulnerability raises concerns about user privacy and security. Exposing IP addresses could lead to stalking, harassment, and potentially more sophisticated cyber attacks. Users should be cautious when clicking on links from untrusted sources and ensure that they're keeping their software up to date. Microsoft, the owner of Skype, has been made aware of the vulnerability and is likely working on a fix. In the meantime, consider using a VPN to mask your IP address and protect your online identity. And there you have it, folks, a packed episode filled with the latest cybersecurity threats and insights. Remember, staying informed is the first step in protecting yourself and your business from these evolving dangers. If you found this episode valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay updated with the Daily Threat. Today's episode was brought to you by QIT Solutions, your partner in safeguarding your digital world. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, stay secure.